So when all these other memories start coming in, meshing with the other memories, they go nuts.
Most people.
So most of these people committed suicide.
Okay.
Okay. And now the ones who didn't wind up in asylums.
Is it possible, Duncan, that they could also have been programmed to commit suicide?
Yes.
Like a kind of self-destruct when no longer useful?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So you kind of have beat the system in a certain sense.
Mm-hmm.
And you must have had struggles. So what's keeping you going, and what is it that you think allowed you to sort of maintain?
After the car accident, we moved from this area. We moved to upstate New Jersey. I was never supposed to lift anything over 5 pounds again. I was never supposed to be able to hold my arms above my head. That's how serious the neck injury was. 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting in my apartment in New Jersey, and this little voice comes in. Says, "What the is your problem? What's wrong with you? You wimp, you're going to give up? You've been a fighter all your life. Get up and fight." I started doing push-ups at night. A year later, I'm fine.
So you basically brought yourself back from your injuries.
The injury's still there. I can go to a neurologist right now, let them do an x-ray, and they'll look at me and say, "You need to be in surgery today." Okay?
Huh.
But I refuse to go. The pain is still there. I live with pain 24/7. And again, if this hadn't been done to me as a kid, yeah, I'd probably be taking pain pills on a regular basis.
But you're not.
I take nothing.
Mm-hmm. So now I'm curious because you have this tattoo on your arm. It looks actually kind of beautiful. Is this something you got in Vietnam?
No. This was supposed to be one of a kind. It's my design.
Really?
This was something that came to me in a dream, actually.
Wow.
And I designed it.
Is that a dragon?
That's a dragon.
Uh-huh.
And I had a tattoo artist do it for me. And it stayed one of a kind for a couple of years, and then all of a sudden I started seeing it out, and she does have her work on a website.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm walking in the Walmart across the street of all places about 6 months ago, and there's a paperback novel, and that's on the front cover of the paperback novel, identical.
And you designed it?
And I designed this.
Wow, cool. It's very nice. So what happened in Vietnam? Because you have an amazing story about that.
I was in North Vietnam twice that I know of. Okay. Some of these areas are still murky because, like I said, I keep finding out more things every day.
Okay.
Once when I was 12 years old. Okay. I know people say, "My God, 1972. You were in Vietnam in 1972. Actually, we weren't in Vietnam. We were in Cambodia.
Okay.
We weren't supposed to be in Cambodia. A Navy SEAL team and a Marine Corps recon team were pinned down by the Cambodian Khmer Rouge. They called in for reinforcements, somebody to get them out. And I'm telling you exactly what a Marine Corps recon captain and a Navy SEAL captain told me. Now, I have my own memories of it, but I saw it from my point of view. I'm going to tell you from their point of view. A black helicopter, a Huey, lands. 12 kids come off the chopper. Yeah, there still are a couple of things.
Take your time. We got all the time in the world,
Yeah.
and I can understand.
Long story short, we came off the chopper, formed a semicircle, and we all held hands.
Were they all boys?
No.
Oh. Were they all around the same age?
Yeah, I was the oldest.
Okay, so all around the age of 12?
Anywhere between 9 and 12. I was team leader.
Okay.
On that. We held hands, raised our arms, and killed them all.
Who did you kill?
Every May Road soldier within 20 miles.
How is it that your powers were able to target the other side and not?
I wasn't the trying to think of the phrase. I was like the lead battery, but I wasn't the one who did the targeting.
Aimed. So you didn't actually aim your power. You guys were the power.
Someone else did the aiming.
Was it the kids that did the aiming, or someone else completely?
One of the other kids.
Oh yeah. Okay. Now, did you know the other kids?
Mm-hmm.
At the time, you knew the kids.
I know one right now.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, is this person willing to come forward or not?
Not this one, no.
Are they even aware that they're one of them?
Mm-hmm.
Are they?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, we really appreciate that you're sharing this with us, because this is obviously a huge thing, and people never like to talk about the sort of negative side of the powers of the mind, but obviously this is one of the applications, and there's no reason to hide it.
It's not that. It's funny. I've done a lot of things that were not of my doing, not of my making. Mm-hmm. Some of them bring out an emotional response. Some don't. Some are kind of like, so what? And some, I have no control. Mm-hmm. And I go through this little emotional, and then I'm okay, and then I'm fine with it.
Sure.
You know, it's like, I can't cry on command. Believe me, I've tried. Okay. But the way it was explained to me, it makes perfect sense. 12 kids. Imagine 12 batteries. You have one battery, you might get nothing. Add 2, you get a jolt. Add 3, you get a burn. Add 12, mm-hmm. you get electrocuted. Mm-hmm. That's basically what we did. The 12 of us linked, joined up, through everything, kind of the semicircle, start from the center, because I was in the center, like this, out. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened.
And this is something you guys were obviously trained to do.
Right.
Do you have a memory at all? Has anything come back of your trainers?
Remember the lady in the hardware store? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she figured very prominently when I was young. The next memory I have of her is in a lab coat. Oh. And I'm in this house. It's been described to me as the mansion. And I have my couple of ideas where this place is or was, but I have no proof. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm in a hallway, and there's green and white tile. These 12 by 12 mm-hmm. tiles is on the floor. And I'm doing something that all of us that come out of this has the same trait. We don't like come down on one knee or anything like that. We squat. Makes no sense in some ways, but in some ways to us it does. We squat on the balls of our feet with the arms out loose, almost like an animal. Okay?
Okay.
About 10 feet away, I have a small water bucket. And what I'm doing is raising the bucket, trying to turn it over, sit it down gently.
Raising it with your mind or with your hands?
Correct, just with my mind.
I see.
And what I'm doing is I'm raising it, turning it about halfway, and it's just dropping. I'm not getting it, okay? And I look around, this lady's behind me with her clipboard, taking notes. And I tried to get a response. I looked at her trying to be nice.